I'm putting a shelf overhead above the van seats. That's where it goes. The shelf, it's like a DIY kit kind of thing. It's right here. It's made by Vancillary. Vancillary gives you these brackets and some hardware, and they give you this template. So I'm gonna cut my own shelf and install it, but first they tell you that you have to install these brackets. So I'm gonna do that. This is the space above the passenger seat, so we're gonna use, one bracket goes here, so we're gonna use this mounting point, and the other one goes on this bolt. I think it might possibly be this one. I gotta double check this directions. Basically, we just pull the cap off, pull this little hook off, and then there's a screw behind each of those, and a bracket installs at each location. The long bracket goes at the rear position, like that. You have to pull out this trim piece just a little bit in order to slip this behind it. But once you get the screw hole aligned through here, you just reinstall this little clip and its screw. The shorter bracket installs in this location. You just got to pull this handle out and slip it behind there, and then same deal, line up this with the screw hole and reinstall the screw. I gotta set the camera down because I only have two hands. So it should look like this. You just reinstall this little cap like that, and over here you just reinstall this little coat hook, and now you've got brackets there on which your shelf will rest. And here's the passenger side. So I've got my template here, and I cut off the bottom part because this template is for two pieces of wood. There's the shelf, which you're looking at here, and then there's a small flange that goes on the aft edge of the shelf. It gives it some strength, and it prevents stuff from falling off onto your head while you're driving. Vancillary suggests taping the template to the wood or whatever material you're cutting your shelf out of, but I'm going to use spray adhesive because I've tried that method before, and as soon as you cut through the tape, the template is loose, and it's a huge pain in the butt. So we'll see if this works any better. It started off so good, and then I got a wrinkle, but I think it will be okay. I got a couple of wrinkles, but if you look at how much it throws off the line, I don't think you're really going to be able to tell when it's wrapped with fabric and put into place. The spray adhesive worked mint. It left a little bit of residue from, not residue, but like a little bit of the paper from the stencil tore off, but it scraped off really easily with a razor blade, and it worked out mint. Here's our shelf, and it's sitting on those brackets that I installed a little bit ago. So the flange, the second piece that I was talking about, is a flange that's about 1.5 inches tall, and it goes right along this edge to give the shelf some strength, because that's a pretty long unsupported span. So I'm going to make that now. Here's where the shelf is at now. I've got it clamped and it's glued. So I'm gonna wait for it to dry. I also, you can see these holes here, these holes here. This one tore out a little bit because this plywood's no good. Those I just marked with a pencil when the shelf was in place, off of the holes in the brackets, and you drill a hole for the hardware that they provide to secure the shelf to the brackets.
Door. Wow. How neat is that? You did a good job.
Thanks.
What will you put up there?
Whatever we want. Can you even reach up there?
You can reach the front.
Wow.
We'll just put like long things, or you can just get everything down for me. It was in our vows, so you have to. I can stand up fully underneath it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What did you do here?
It just hits that styrofoam when you slide the shelf into place.
Oh man.
It's actually narrower back here by a tiny bit than it is up there.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of smush it in there.
You probably should have smushed this side, because there's less styrofoam.
It's smushed both.
Oh.
But I think this styrofoam goes away for the shower anyways.
I thought you needed it for acoustics.
I don't know.
Maybe we should email Dave.
Maybe.
Ask him what he thinks about the styrofoam. You guys have any ideas?
The seams come out pretty good. Oh, it's not really seams, I guess it's just where it fits against the headliner. I wrapped this with some headliner material that's like a padded foam. It's a little bit squishy, but it's only like a 1/4 inch thick maybe. And then I wrapped it with duck cloth. It's like canvas almost. So I'm hoping that it's pretty durable. And it's nice and black. So it's a fairly close match to the factory headliner. But it's obviously not exact, but it's fine. I didn't take any video of wrapping this because every time I work with upholstery, it's really stressful because I want it to come out good and it's really easy to screw it up. But I think it came out pretty good. There was some wrinkles in the duck cloth that I ironed out, but I missed this little like 2-inch piece right here. So there's a little bit of wrinkle there. We really like this shelf. It came out pretty good. It's perfect for smashing your head onto every time you come in and out of the cockpit area. I've done it like probably a couple 100 times already. It's great.
Does the foam help with that?
Yeah, so I'm really glad that we didn't just leave it like raw wood, because this is the corner that I hit every time, and it doesn't hurt so much as just like annoy me. But I think if it was just like the raw wood edge, it would frickin' hurt every time. Right now we've just got like camera gear up here and a speaker because we're doing some work in the van. But there's like tons of space. I really like it, and I think it will be really helpful for storing stuff.
Thanks for the shelf.
You're welcome. You can't even reach the shelf.
I can reach like
care?
Towels or something, maybe. Loki, do you like the shelf? He loves it.
It's his favorite.
Okay, bye.